I'm just checking in on you. I really need to check in on you, at least half of you. A little less than half. Oh, Jesus. Make sure you guys are all right. There's a lot of crying going on out there. Jesus fucking Christ. I've never seen so many fucking adults crying in my life. What is with all the fucking crying? I get it. Your person didn't win, but Jesus Christ. You're making the left look horrible. Oh, I'm going to Canada. I love this shit where people are like threatening, like Cher. Cher goes, if Trump wins, I'm going to go to Canada. It's like, who gives a fuck? You know? I didn't even know you were still here. Look, I'm not saying I'm happy. I wasn't happy with either one of these people, all right? But the level of fucking arrogance of celebrities during all of this shit was just at such a whole other level. Do you realize how fucking arrogant you are that you're making this, you're threatening that if your candidate doesn't get in, you're going to leave the country, and your ego is so fucking big. You think somebody's going like, well, I want to vote for Trump, but if he gets elected, we lose Cher. I got you, babe. The fuck out of here. Her and Barbara Streisand, really? You're going to leave fucking Malibu to go live in Manitoba? Really? You fucking... Go ahead and do it. I'll give you $40 for your house. That ought to get you 9,000 fucking acres up there. Go on, go move up to Yellowknife. The dumbest shit. But I literally think, like, that's the level of ego that you have to have as like an actor, a comedian or something like that, literally to, I mean, I guess I talk about it, but I fuck around, I trash people. I never told you guys who to vote for or whatever. I just trashed them both. I tried to evenly, but that fucking level that people take it to where they just start, I was on Conan last night, which was it was a really difficult show to do last night because, people are like fucking stunned out here. They can't believe it. As they can't believe it in San Francisco, Berkeley, fucking New York City, and all that type of shit. So it was kind of weird. It was like going on like right after a funeral, I felt. So, but I really think, this is just my own opinion. What do you guys think about celebrities endorsing a candidate? Because I think the candidates, they also kind of reach out to people a little bit. I've never understood that. Like, why would I be like, who are some of the people, some of the fucking people that have done it? Like, I just don't understand. It's, I was going to vote this way, but the guy from My Three Kings told me to do, or the movie where he tries to get the Sky Miles. The guy who did the movie about this guy getting the Sky Miles is telling me this should be the person to lead the free world. I got a lot of feelings on gun control, but let me check in with Sean Penn first, see what he has to say. The level of fucking arrogance that you have to have. I don't know, it's a fine line because it's like, all right, well, it's good that they're involved politically. But like, there's a lot that once you're famous, then they're actually going to put a camera on you. Then you're going to start talking. It's the same thing. It's when you become a huge fan of your team. You're a big fan of your team, right? And, you're always sitting up in the nosebleeds. And then all of a sudden you get a part on a sitcom. And then they got you sitting down there. And then your team's doing well. And next thing you know, they're sticking the microphone in the face of an actor. Right? To be or not to be. Hey, what do you think Buffalo has to do here in the second half? Well, I'd like to see him checking down a little bit. It's like, I don't understand. I mean, you know what? In defense of celebrities, regular people do the same thing on the news, and they get away with it because you don't know what their names are. You see it all the time on these... when you watch the news, if you ever watch the news, they always go, we went out on the street to ask people what they thought about this new Target that's going up. I think it's going to take away jobs. I just think the downtown area, we don't need that. There's always that fucking person, right? So maybe that's what it is. That person is no different than any of those other people. It's just I don't know. I think once you get to a certain level, you kind of need to gracefully shut the fuck up. All right. Having said that, can anybody explain to me why they're making such a big deal about the transition of power here as far as, we hope that it's going to be graceful. We hope that it's going to be when Obama came in, George Bush was very gracious. He was very blunt. They all were my entire life. I've never, Reagan didn't knock on the White House door and Jimmy was just like, hey, get the fuck out of here. We don't want